Glory, America, bonjour, hi, Canada, Hugh Hewitt in the ReliefFactor.com studio inside of the Beltway. Good Friday morning to you on Juneteenth. This is the day that slavery was finally announced to the believed to be the final slave to get the news in the United States that he or she was emancipated. So, welcome to Juneteenth. I'm glad you're with me. The big news of the day is, of course, Supreme Court ruling yesterday that the Deferred Action on Childhood Arrivals program cannot be repealed. Chief Justice Roberts siding with the four liberals of the court. You've come to the wrong place if you want outrage. I'm not outraged. The Chief Justice is a stickler for detail. He's not my friend. I've known him a long time. I'm very proud that I've worked with him and know him and count him as a friend, but not as a close friend. And I think it's the same thing as the census case last year. A wrongly designed policy cannot be wrongly repealed. And what this underscored to me is that then Attorney General Jeff Sessions just wasn't a very good Attorney General. I mean, it's hard to swallow for some people, but they didn't do their work. And good lawyering requires good lawyering. Good lawyers who are not senators. You can be a great senator and a crappy lawyer. And I know it is convenient to kick him around, but I'm not going to be that guy. You come to the wrong place. Wait for next week. I am waiting for Our Lady of Guadalupe and the Louisiana abortion law. Those are important cases with constitutional import, though Our Lady of Guadalupe may be decided on Religious Freedom Restoration Act grounds, which is a statute. It's a statute that mirrors what was Justice Scalia's, that reverses and corrects what was Justice Scalia's greatest mistake as a justice. And yes, even the great Scalia made mistakes, which was the Smith case. And it goes to the heart of a freedom. So let me explain this for you. And I may have to take your calls, 1-800-520-1234. Conservatives, when they look at the court, ought to be concerned that constitutional freedoms are being protected and federalism is being protected and separation of powers are being protected. Now, some conservative critics of the two decisions this week, one on the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and what does the word sex mean, and the other on DACA, say that the court is usurping legislative function. I say the court is insisting that on the DACA case, not on the Title VII case, the 1964 Act of Civil Rights Act, but I just say the court is respecting the language of the statute in the case involving sex. And then you had Justice Gorsuch and Roberts on the same page with the four liberals. And that on the DACA case, you just have the Chief Justice saying doing it the right way. Same thing you did with census. So what do you want to do? Reelect Trump. If this is your policy, DACA will end, or there will be the legislative fix that everybody wants. At least everybody I know who's sane wants a legislative fix to allow the Dreamers to stay in exchange for continued construction of the wall. Now, the wall is being built because of court decisions, right? Did you all notice that the court upheld that part of the bargain? They're keeping in place the possibility of compromise, and they are not allowing the bad lawyering of Jeff Sessions to throw off the possibility of compromise. It's very much like the Obamacare decision in 2012. The people will decide this fall if they want Trump to negotiate with the Hill resolution of DACA, as the president tried to do in his first months of office, that allow the Dreamers to stay. And he's not going to have to campaign as Dreamers are being exported. But not exported, but being extradited. What's the word for it? Expelled. But there's another word for it. And I'm not thinking of the word. So 1-800-520-1234. You can call them and yell at me all you want. I think the Chief Justice is a great Chief Justice. I think the Chief Justice is striking a delicate balance, and he knows that conservatives want him to act more rapidly, and that the four hardcore judges, Justice Gorsuch goes back and forth. He was with, you can't tell me he's a terrible Chief Justice when Justice Gorsuch is inking the opinion on Title VII of the 1964 Rights Act. But all I have to tell you is just give it some time. The Supreme Court moves slowly. So here's the rundown. Trump's bid to end DACA blocked by the Supreme Court. That's in the Wall Street Journal, Washington Post. Recent Supreme Court decisions show it can be hard for presidents to dictate its direction. Yeah, you think so? It's always been that way. Michael Shear in the New York Times. Setback on immigration policy goal leaves Trump fuming over makeup of courts. I know the president was upset, but are you upset about DACA? I mean, really, did you lose sleep last night? Those doggone dreamers get to stay in the country. Are you really that person? I'm not. Bought us some time. Bought us some time. It was a illegally implemented policy that has to be repealed in a legal fashion. It is that simple. And in the meantime, there might be a legislative fix, probably will be a legislative fix next year that will allow them to stay. Meanwhile, the conservative judicial project rolls on. The Senate confirmed yesterday a 38-year-old conservative for a place on the D.C. Circuit. U.S. District Judge Justin Walker, Louisville, Kentucky, he is a favorite of Mitch McConnell, joined the powerful United States Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia Circuit. Joining Naomi Rao there. It's still a Democratic circuit, but now there's another great conservative on it. And so, yeah, 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 3 steps forward, 1 step back. It's not going as fast as we want, but it's going in the right direction. And the Chief Justice is insisting that if you're going to do something as actually unpopular as DACA, it really is unpopular. And I know for a fact that there are people in the administration who are greatly relieved it came out this way. Now, if you're a hardcore immigration extremist, and there are some who want the DACA kids expelled, you're disappointed. I am not one of them. I have believed in a grand bargain for a long time. Everybody here stays who doesn't have a criminal record. Everyone who entered illegally gets to stay if they don't have a criminal record. And we build the wall or double-sided fences. I've always been in favor of that deal. I'm still in favor of that deal. I think it makes the most sense. I think it reflects majority opinion in the Republican Party. And DACA was a way to postpone and punt. And so the Republic is moving slowly on this. But as we saw when the economy was great in January and the economy is getting great again, we need these people to work. We need everyone this country can get to work. Because we were down at 3.5% unemployment, and we're going to be back there next year unless we elect Biden. And no one was complaining about DACA then. And so just put a cork in it. Until next week, Our Lady of Guadalupe, the Louisiana abortion statute. Let's just wait and see. Meanwhile, overseas, this is brought to you by Birch Gold. Text my name, Hugh, to 474747. I'm going to do the